this is my room for the 3 nights that I'm spending at Lake Como. Nice big bed. It's a small room, but it's very, very cute. Full length mirror. They've even left me little pillow chocolates. How cute is this? It's not big, but they really thought of everything. This is beautiful. Little coffee station. There is a safe in here and a little bar fridge. TV, of course. Painting is painted in a like purple colour. There's a little desk here in the corner. That is the view. I'll be able to come out here and have my coffee in the morning. The bathroom, heated towel rack. I think it's heated. There is a bidet. Nice big shower. Wooden countertop around the basin. Slippers and robes. So all the products they've left in the shower and the hand wash are Rituals. And then they've left a little care package here. So there's a little bottle of Alberto Veronese Intimate Wash and latte detergent cleanser. And what else is in here? Some body lotion, shower cap, nail file, little bits. That's so cute. Good morning. So it's early on Sunday morning in Lake Como, and I realised I haven't really walked around and talked about anything since I've been here. I had intended to do that yesterday as I was on my way to the ferry to get my tickets to go to Bellagio, but it was absolutely bucketing with rain, so I didn't want to have my camera out. So I shot down there at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. It was actually before 7 to get in line for the ferry tickets, and there were already people waiting there to go to Bellagio. So we had to wait in line, wait for them to open, and then purchase our tickets. Thankfully, I was about number 20, so I managed to get a ticket, and then I came back to the hotel for breakfast and then caught the ferry at 10 o'clock to Bellagio. Now, the guy at the counter gave me the wrong ticket and it took me 2 hours to get there. But the scenery was quite pretty, so I will share that here. And then I spent a few hours in Bellagio just browsing around, and I went to the villa there, and I'll share more photos of that as well. Total, I spent about 4 hours at Bellagio yesterday, and that was long enough. It was a really small place. It's very pretty, very picturesque, teeming with tourists. It was an extremely busy place. All the restaurants were busy, and I'm actually not convinced that the food was that great. They're mostly just tourist traps, to be honest. But it was a beautiful place, so it was definitely worth the visit. And then yesterday afternoon, I came back here to Lake Como and just wandered around. It was busy here too, because once the rain had cleared, everybody was out, and there was still things going on quite late last night as well. I was in my hotel room by about 10 and people were still out. When I went for a walk after I'd had my dinner, people were still out eating pizza and pasta, and there was a concert happening. So there was quite a bit going on, but I've really enjoyed my time in Lake Como. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning to head off to La Spezia for a day or a night before I head into Rome. But I thought, because it's quite early and there's not a lot of people around, that I would just come out and show you a bit of videos. I'm on my way to a coffee shop just to grab something to drink. And I think the coffee shop that I'm going to is the only place that opens in Lake Como before 8 o'clock. So this one apparently opens at 7. Most of the place doesn't, the stores don't open until 9:30. But as you can hear in the background, all the street cleaners are out. All the sales have started here too. Not that that matters to me because I'm not really purchasing anything. And the lady at reception did say to me if there was anything that I did want to buy, that to wait until I get to Rome, because Lake Como, being so tourist centric, is quite expensive, and also you'll get better products in Rome than I could get here. Saldi is what sale is, and that started yesterday and goes until, it's just a few days. It's really, sales are really regulated in Europe, as opposed to I think maybe the US and particularly Australia, who have sales whenever they like. Whereas Paris, it's only a few days during June or at the end of June, and then Rome and Lake Como, places like that, other European cities, are at the beginning of July. So keep in mind, if you're intending on coming on a shopping trip, then it's worth knowing what dates the sales start. It also looks like, given that it's a Sunday morning, that there are quite a few vendors out setting up for a market. So that will be interesting. And I've just wandered out of the Lake District of Lake Como into the more city area. So of course it's not as nice as within the walls of Lake Como. It's, you know, it's a normal city. People live here. That's the giant wall. It's so bizarre out here. It is like a different world in comparison to what is inside the walls of Lake Como, but it is absolutely worth a visit. Also need to find a laundromat today because I leave here tomorrow and I want to do some washing before I go. But first, we need to get some coffee. It's before 7. Breakfast at my hotel doesn't start until 8 either. And I have noticed, I will take it back, there are a few of the coffee shops open now. But I want to go to this one in particular because I think they do more of my style of coffees. That's what I'm on the hunt for now. Okay, so I found my coffee. This is an Italian's version of a large, which in Australia is a small, but it is soy milk and it's a cappuccino. It doesn't taste too bad, although it's not strong enough, which is surprising given that it's Italy. I thought it would be strong coffee. I will have an espresso with my breakfast, but for now I'm just sitting for 5 and just having a little morning drink and enjoying the quiet that is Lake Como at this time in the morning. Can you hear the birds? It's a really nice place. Should have got a second coffee. So it's just turned 8 o'clock here, and that is the line up for the ferries to go to Bellagio today. So it does wind around, and they do have a person here organising everyone. Actually, it's not too bad considering. I thought, given that the weather is finer today, that there would be a lot more people, but it's Sunday, so maybe people having a sleep in. But this is the lake, and it is going to be a beautiful day today. There is a bit of a cool breeze now. Thankfully, the rain yesterday seemed to have brought the cool weather, or cooler weather, because the day before was absolutely sweltering. This is Lake Como, or the town of. That's the lake. And the hills. So Lake Como is at the bottom of the Alps, which you would think would make it cooler here, but it hasn't seemed to have made too much of a difference. So people have started waking up now, coming down for breakfasts in the various different cafes. I would assume that they're mostly tourists, and the locals are, for the majority, still tucked up in bed. But a lot of places here do an American-style breakfast as well now, which is what my hotel does. But I'll show you their breakfast. I had breakfast there yesterday, and it was amazing. There's not heaps of variety, but what they do have is extremely nice. According to the billboard I've just walked past, it is currently 22 degrees at 8 in the morning. Which isn't bad. It feels nice out here, and it hasn't got too humid just yet. More markets setting up for their Sunday trade. And I've just walked past McDonald's. It's so hilarious. No matter where you go, there are so many McDonald's around. And I was wondering why I see so many people eating at McDonald's. You come all the way to Europe and then choose to eat fast food. Having said that though, in Italy, fast food takes on a different meaning here. It's not fast at all. It's the slowest service ever. But I think the reason the majority of tourists do eat in McDonald's is because it's cheap. And actually, I've seen the food coming out and it's a lot better than what we get in Australia because the food in Europe is so expensive, especially if you're traveling from abroad and having to convert money from US dollars or particularly Australian dollars. What they pay in euros is what we pay in dollars at home, so it basically costs us double. So if I buy a bottle of water for just say €1.50, that's $3 Australian, and at home I'd probably pay $1 for that same bottle of water. So anyway, give you an indication of how expensive it is in Europe at the moment. So I'm just heading back to the hotel for breakfast. So I've come back to the hotel where I'm staying because breakfast is included, and the girl behind the counter has kindly made me a double espresso cappuccino. This is actually my third coffee for the day, but I don't care. I need it. Look at me. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cook here has kindly made me some avocado toast, and I've just added some eggs and some sausage from the buffet to increase the protein. There is so much avocado on here, but I'm very grateful to have a decent breakfast. So I've had my avocado toast with eggs, and now I'm having some breakfast cheesecake. I couldn't resist. Yesterday it was ricotta and pear, and it was delicious. And they always bring a little tart as well. So I'm going to eat those. Now, I have been having a really heavy, substantial breakfast because I'm finding with the heat I'm not eating much during the rest of the day, and I am doing a lot of walking. The custard is still warm.
When do we sing YMCA?
So I decided, since it's my last day, to do a bit of a walk outside of the historical centre of Lake Como. And the girl at reception, Francesca, huge shout out to her because she's lovely, as they all are, to be fair, has directed me along the lake. Just have a look at some of the monuments around and some of the villas. So I'll turn you around so you can have a little bit of a look. It's about a 2K walk from the historical centre to go around Lake Como. So you can't go into these villas, but you can look from outside the gates. I think this is actually a residential property. Half their bloody lot. I mean, look at the grounds, and it's overlooking the lake. Behind me here is Villa Olmo. Unfortunately, it is all covered up with scaffolding. They must be doing major refurbs, or I guess given the age and being so close to the lake, it just needs a lot of work to maintain it. So that's a bit sad. Even the fountain is behind bars and not working. Would have been nice to see that going. Oh well. But the gardens are really nice, and there are some other cool sculptures around. How cool is this? It does make me laugh. People are so fascinated by this little camera. People will stop me and ask me what it is and where I got it from, or they'll just like wave. They get really excited to see it. I guess I just don't think about it that much anymore. It's just there. So I have absolutely no idea if I reached the place that I was meant to get to, but that's okay. I did a couple of Ks. It is very hot. I'm so sick of being sweaty. Gross. But this is the lake. There is a bit of a cool breeze, but it is still quite humid, I guess because it's right on the water. I think I've seen the majority of things around the lake now. I think I will head back and have some lunch. But this is it. This is the lake. There is a beautiful hotel here, and I saw some very expensive cars leaving here, so I'm guessing this is for the rich and famous, not for your everyday Joe. There's quite a lot of traffic on this road too, so I'm not sure where everyone's headed. This is the hotel that I was talking about, Hotel Villa Flori. What a beautiful view. And there's a restaurant just on the other side. This is my last morning in Lake Como, and today I am headed off to La Spezia, and I've just had my breakfast at the hotel, then went for a little bit of a walk and got that pistachio frappe which you saw, and now I'm just heading back to the hotel to pick up my luggage before going to the train. However, there is one more thing that I'm hoping to pick up, so I'm on my way there right now. So Lake Como is really well known for its silk products, and I did manage to pick up 2 scarves for myself yesterday and one for somebody else as a gift. But I'm thinking that I'd like to pick up one also to frame. So I'm headed to the store right now. I don't think they'll let me film in there, but once I get home, I will show you exactly what I've purchased. I just thought it was a good reminder of my time in Lake Como, and because it is specialised to this area, I thought it would be something lovely, and it's lightweight for travel.
Six,